I've achieved a lensless effect. The point at which the rotor blades here, the camera set up a bit funny, but that's the rotor. Show it maybe in the background a bit better. Yeah, that's the rotor. As you see, metal blades, and the inside here of the core, it's filled with magnets just on the edge, fixed magnets that will stick to everything. Yeah, currently, right now, because there's no repelling magnets on the outside, as you see, they attract to the core, which is obviously expected due to it being magnet metal. Yep, you can just use really strong magnets. I got here, I think, the 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch neodymium magnets. And if I put one, I'll make sure it's repelling first. I'll put the repelling side on. As you saw previously, the blades will attract to the cores, the core being the centre little bit here. And so if I put one on each of the other two blades, 3 in total, it's a 6-pole AC. So bear with me a second. There's another one, and ooh, that was close. Yep, very hard to work with. But now, with the 3 magnets on each blade, as you can see, hopefully, they repel from the core now. I don't attract like magnets would attract to metal. With them fixed on the outside at maximum strength, really, it repels it. Just show you again, that's bouncing away, repelling from the core. And if I put the multimeter on, 25 milliamp, turn on its side instead. Now, you should be able to witness in the background there that I'm wobbling it about. And hopefully, what you should be seeing is the analog needle moving about with it too. If you think, when you put it on a higher setting, like I'm going to put it on to 25 to 250 milliamps, obviously it's what, 10 or 100 times greater, 10 times greater, so the reading should be 10 times as small if its power is exactly the same amount you're putting in. So if you're putting in 10, reading it 100 or 10 times higher, it would move as 1. But this moves exactly the same for the 25 reading as it does for the 250, which in my mind suggests that there's a scaling up. The more resistance I put on it, the more power it's putting out, which is one of the Lenzless traits. And hopefully this is going to work, and I haven't just wiped off the video I was doing before. If I hand crank it for now, whilst it's still repelling from the core, obviously now metal is being repelled by magnetic fields, which is the lensless effect. Hand crank this on the 250 milliamp range. The AC obviously shows the needle moving. So with a scale of 10 difference between 25 to 250, the needle moves the same amount, which suggests that on a higher reading, even above 250 milliamps, it would still move the same, which would also mean that it's producing more power because it's a step up. This one here is not used because it was a very fine gauge wire. This is part of a motorbike alternator that was like a trigger coil in itself. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to put 18 gauge on that, or as close a gauge I can to this. So right now it's actually only running 5 poles, not the full 6, which it can do. Oh yeah, just showing that as I go along before this breaks. It took me ages to super glue it together, but there's a bit of a cranking effect. As you see, it repels. Pull off the magnets and try to put them somewhere as well so they don't get slammed together. Now it attracts to the core, which is the normal magnetic effect. So yeah, Lenzless might actually be really easy to do. I'm doing this little one because it's easier than doing a big version, which is this one over here. It's in bits at the moment because I've been taking it apart, and the other alternator, wherever I've put them, actually, I've been drilling them out and trying to fill them like this with more magnets around the middle. You know, I've lost one alternator, actually realising it. Yeah, there's one in the middle. It's an 18 pole, but there's only like 9 magnets, but they're set for a big thick piece of metal. So if this works, which it is technically, but I don't know about when I produce power what it's going to be like, I'll be stepping up onto this one, hopefully producing a lot more power, because I got 10 out of this originally, but it's still all attracting to the core and such. So yeah, to let you know what I'm doing, keep track of what I'm doing. Alright, see you later.